All right, good morning, yogis. I hope you're all doing well. It's good to be here with you. My name is Amy Baack, and I'm going to be guiding you through a flow today. It might be a more gentle flow than usual. We're going to kind of take it easy. I had a procedure done yesterday, and I'm still feeling a little bit of it. So, as always, I want to encourage us all to practice what I preach and to listen to our bodies, myself included. So, this will be a very stretch focused flow. We will still get in some movement and, of course, work the whole body, but we'll take it just a little bit easier today than usual. So, this is perfect flow if you're feeling like you need to recover, if you're just feeling a little bit heavy. There's a lot going on in the world. So, this can hopefully help you also release some of that burden as well, emotionally as well as physically. So I'm going to have you all join me just as I am here. Come to any comfortable seated position. Let's take a moment to close our eyes. And we're going to start with some slow, deep breaths. Letting yourself root down in this position. Feel your sit bones on the ground. Your spine stacks, your shoulders relax. And taking a moment of gratitude for yourself, for this practice, and the fact that you made it to your mat. Sometimes that is the hardest thing, is just starting. So the fact that you're here, you're already doing it, give yourself a pat on the back. And then I also want to invite you all to set an intention for our class today. So reminding yourself how you want to feel and what kind of energy you want to walk out of here with. What do you need today? So maybe that's a little bit more peace. Maybe you need to feel relief. Maybe you want to feel lighter or more grateful. So asking yourself what you need. And with that intention in mind, let's bring our hands together at heart center. We're going to take a big inhale in through the nose, trying to hold that breath at the top. See if you can fill up with even more air. And then take an open mouth exhale to let that all go. Sigh it out. Okay, go ahead and release your hands. They can come to rest on your knees. We're going to start with some really gentle neck rolls. So first, chin to chest. Just start to bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then dropping your head down, you'll tilt right ear towards your right shoulder. Just taking this side to side. Nice and slow and gentle. If you want to go all the way around in a full circle, feel free. And then coming all the way up, we're going to turn our head side to side, looking over to one direction and then the other. Just noticing how your spine is feeling. Our neck is definitely part of the spine that we tend to ignore. But it's all connected. So see if you can sit up even straighter here. Good. And then coming back through center. Reach both arms out to the side. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Take a nice side stretch. Maybe turn to look underneath your arm, really open up the ribs. And then sweeping your hands down around in front of you. Plant that right hand down, left arm comes up and over. Breathing again into the side body, into the ribs. Let's take it back and forth a few times, sweeping it up and over. And then the other way. Moving mindfully with your body. Let's go a couple more times. The nice thing about doing yoga first thing in the morning is it helps set the tone for the rest of your day. So starting to picture all that you have later on, how you want to feel today. What kind of energy do you want to bring in? For me, it's pretty much a rest day. So I want to invite in the feeling of coziness. Let's do one more each side. And we're going to come all the way back up. All right, this is a really nice stretch. We're going to take our arms out to the side. Actually, first, go ahead and switch out the cross of your legs. If you're sitting crisscrossed, let's even it out first. Okay, now take your arms out to the side and then bring your right hand behind your back. So you're just going to bring it up your shoulders, almost like you're going to do eagle arms or rather cow face arms. Now we're going to bring our left arm up. You're going to take it to your head and then slowly start to drop left ear towards your left shoulder. So you're stretching out the right side of your neck. So take a deep breath and try to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Nice, and then slowly release. Got a couple of rolls through the shoulders. Let's switch sides. So now left arm behind your back, reaching between the shoulder blades. You don't have to force it, just a little traction here to stretch out the left neck. And then right hand comes to your head. And you're going to tilt right ear towards your right shoulder to stretch out the left side of your neck. Breathing deeply here, try to soften the muscles in the tops of the shoulders. Let that breath go all the way to the lower part of your ribs. Good, and then go ahead and release. We'll give your shoulders a few rolls here. Nice, let's reach both arms up. And you're gonna crawl your hands out in front of you. Get a back stretch here, maybe find a sway side to side. If it doesn't feel comfortable to do this with your legs crisscrossed, you can find any position that does. And then try to crawl your hands over towards your left knee. Get that side stretch here. This is good to get into the lower back, the side body here, your lats. And we'll take it up and over towards the right leg. Same thing here. Okay, and then walk it back through center. Roll yourself all the way up. And then we're going to bring our legs around. Let's come to our tabletop position. So coming to hands and knees here, hands underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips. You're going to start with cat and cow. So I want you to inhale your belly down, your head and tailbone lift up. As you exhale, you're going to push around into a cat. And let's start to go back and forth here between the two. Inhaling heart forward. As you exhale, you push around. Maybe you start to add some other movements here. You can take your hips or your ribs side to side. Maybe start to draw some circles, some barrel rolls through the ribs. And also noticing this connection here with your hands. Can you root down through your fingers? Really start to grip your mat or your towel or whatever you're using here underneath you. I want you to start to feel your connection through your hands. Good, let's come on back through center. Crawl both arms forward and then melt your chest down to the ground. Puppy dog pose, opening up through the heart, the shoulders. Take some deep breaths here. Slowly walk your way back up. Come back to your tabletop position. And then this is a nice stretch for the inner thighs. You're going to take your left leg straight out to the left. Yeah, so your toes are going to be pointing straight ahead. And then this might be enough of a stretch, actually. You're going to go for your left inner thigh, your inner groin. So you could stay here. If you want more, you can start to press your hips back like a half child's pose. So reaching arms forward, pressing your hips back towards your heels. And I always like to find some movement in these poses. So you can shift your weight forward and back, working through the left hip joint. Notice if you're starting to grip into your shoulders, let's let the upper body relax. And coming back through center, tuck your left leg in. We'll switch sides. We'll reach our right leg straight out to the right, toes pointing ahead. And again, this might actually be enough of a stretch, so feel free to hang out right here. If you want, you can explore maybe going all the way back into a half child's. Maybe you're going into some movement forward and back. You're trying to keep your shoulders away from your ears, breathing into the right inner thighs and the inner hip there. Nice, yogis. All right, let's come back up through center, tuck that leg in, and we'll press to our first downward facing dog. So take your hands a little bit wider, and let's try lifting the hips up and back. So as you let your head drop down, really push your arms strong into the earth, lift your hips up, and then maybe start to pedal out your feet. So you can bend one knee and then the other. If there's any other movements here that feel good, maybe a shift forward and back, maybe shaking out your head. Then find all of those positions, moving through this pose. And of course, if it's ever too much to be in down dog, you can always modify with your knees down. And start to bend both your knees. Walk your feet up to your hands. Let's come to our forward fold. Feet hips distance. Bend your knees as much as you want here. Let your upper body drape down. And then maybe you grab opposite elbows. Come into a ragdoll sway side to side. You can shake your head out, yes and no. Nice deep breaths into the back, into the hamstrings. Surrendering to gravity. Good. Hands come to your shins now. Let's inhale, find a flat back. And as you exhale, fold it down. Let's sweep the arms, come all the way up to stand, reaching upwards. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Nice. Let's take it back up to the sky. Grab a hold of your right wrist, take a side bend over towards the left, opening up through the right side body here. Bring it back through center. Grab a hold of that left wrist. Exhale up and over. Coming back through center. Inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees. Let's take our fold. We'll inhale to a flat back. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to your downward facing dog. Nice. Let's go through that a couple more times. Take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step where you can hop your feet. Find your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Reach your arms coming up to stand. Stretch up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands come together down to your heart. Nice. Let's reach back up. Grab a hold of that right wrist, side bend over to your left. Good. If you want here, you can let your left arm drop down and maybe take a little half bind. Reach it up your shoulder blades. Good. Opening up through the front of this left shoulder here. And then we inhale back through center. Grab a hold of your left wrist now. Lean up and over towards the right. Maybe stay there. Maybe drop that right arm down. And maybe start to take it. This is what it looks like from behind. A little half bind. Press your right shoulder back. Feel that opening through your chest. Good. And then go ahead and release. Let's inhale. Both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold it down. And we'll inhale to a flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step it back, downward facing dog. Okay, one more time. Take an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, come on up, forward fold. You inhale to your flat back. Exhale, drop it down. Nice, let's reach the arms all the way up to stand. One more time, grab a hold of that right wrist, side, bend up and over towards the left. Good. Inhale back through center. Let's take it the other way. Left arm up and over. Good. And then coming back through center, a little different shoulder stretch this time. We're going to give ourselves a hug. So arms out to the side. Cross your right arm on top of your left. And then first thing you might want to do is just wrap onto your shoulders. Yeah, literally give yourself a hug. And this might be plenty of a stretch. Take a deep breath here, breathing into the shoulder blades. Drop your shoulders down, lift your chin up. If you do want to take it even deeper, and start to wrap your arms around in eagle pose, bringing the palms of your hands to touch, lifting your elbows up. Sometimes I like the hug version. You can get that same spread of the shoulder blades in the backs of the shoulders. So play around with it. We're not forcing anything. We're still just getting started. Let's release. Maybe roll your shoulders out a couple of times here. Good job. And then switch sides, arms out to the side. This time your left arm on top of that right. And again, wrapping it around. Give yourself a hug. Nice deep breaths here. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you want to take it into your eagle, wrapping your hands around. Nice. If you can't get your palms to touch, I would go back to the hug. Otherwise, think about pressing your palms together. Lift your elbows up, lift your chin. And then gently release that as well. Give your shoulders a few rolls, maybe some arm circles. Ooh, low shoulders. Inhale, let's reach both arms back up to the sky. As you exhale, take your forward fold. We'll inhale to our flat back. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Step it back gently, downward facing dog. Okay, good work. From here, let's lift our right leg up, three-legged dog. Then maybe find some movement. You can bend your knees, stack your hips, shake out your leg. Just explore this first time in our three-legged dog. What does your body need? And as we look forward, you'll step your right foot through between your hands, lower your left knee to the ground. Let's come into our low lunge. So left knee down, our right foot is forward. You can always stay down with your hands. Otherwise, we'll start to make our way up. So hands to your thigh, also a good option. When you feel steady, arms reach all the way up. To get deeper into this, you just got to scoot your right foot forward, press your hips deeper, lift your whole body upwards, and then maybe tilt back from your shoulder blades, open up your heart. Really feel that push down through the right foot. Good. As you exhale, hands come down to the ground. Now from here, you're going to turn your left foot over to the right and then kind of windmill your arms up so you're in almost a kneeling warrior two. Exactly. So right foot still pointing straight ahead. Left foot is back, and then our arms are out to a T. Turn to look over your right fingertips. Yeah, just like you do in warrior two. Perfect. Now from here, flip your right arm up and back, reverse. Yeah, your left arm will slide down your leg. And then take it the other way, almost like a kneeling extended side angle. Good. Your right forearm is to your thigh, your left arm is reaching up overhead. You're pushing down through that right foot. And inhale back up, arms out to the side. Good. Now from here, you're going to take your hands down to the earth, start to crawl them out kind of between the two legs here, reaching your arms forward. You're going to feel more of a stretch now through the right inner thigh. You can always bend your right knee more or straighten or find a little movement to work through the right hamstrings and inner thigh here. And we'll start to crawl the hands all the way around to the left foot, all the way around to your right foot. Turn your left foot back behind you. So we're back in our low lunge facing forward to the top of your mat. We'll take that right leg back behind you. Excuse me, and then set up for downward facing dog when you're ready. Let's meet there. And then switching sides, we'll lift our left leg up here, three-legged dog. So again, maybe some movement. Maybe you bend your knee, spread your toes, circle out your ankle, shake your head. Just feeling the joy of being upside down. And then we look forward, left foot through between your hands, right knee comes to the earth. Take your time here, find your balance. We'll make our way up. Anjaneyasana, our crescent lunge pose here. Scoot your left foot forward. Try to press your hips forward even more. Stretch upwards. Then maybe tilt back from your shoulder blades. Maybe look up. Take a deep breath in. Nice. As you exhale, hands come down to the ground. Okay, now you're going to swivel right foot back behind you. It's pointing back, and then your arms come up into your warrior two position and turn to look over your left fingertips. Yeah, so left foot is forward, arms are out to the side. Feel that reach and expansion, and then reverse it. Left arm will come up and back. Right arm just rests on your leg. You could always use a block if you want something to stretch even further into. And then carry it up and over the other way. Left forearm down, the right arm reaches up and over. Nice side stretch here. Let's lift it back upright. And then hands come down to the ground. And you're going to crawl them between the legs into almost like a downward facing dog position with the upper body. And then your legs are still in this kind of spider stance. Take some deep breaths. Try to soften your shoulders, forehead, your jaw. And then start to crawl the hands all the way back to your left foot. We'll pivot the right leg back behind you and then come on back to downward facing dog. Take your time with it. Spread your fingers. Remember that your hands here are your foundations. We want a nice wide grip. Push down through all of your fingers, and then let's lift our our right leg up again. Let's go into our three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Try to get it straight this time. Point or flex your foot if you can. And we look forward. We're going into our warrior two. So left foot comes down. You're going to windmill your arms up. This should all be really familiar. Bend your right knee. We're looking over our right fingertips. So now just the standing version of what you just did. Let's reverse it. Right arm up and back. Maybe bend deeper through the right knee. Stretch further through the side body. Take it the other way. Extended side angle. Right forearm to your thigh. The left arm reaching up overhead. Now we'll come back to this position, but if you're feeling spicy, you could always take your right hand down. You can also float it, start to get deeper into that warrior two. Yes, and then lift it back up. Finding your warrior two, we're going to take a nice easy flow. All you got to do is straighten your legs, reach your arms up, take a breath in. Exhale, bend your right knee back down to warrior two. I love this flow. Let's take it two more times. Inhale. Exhale back down. So it's simple, but how can you bring more intention to it? Really fill up, really stretch up. Exhale, get a little deeper. Yeah. Now holding this warrior two stance with your legs, your hands will come down to the ground, reaching for the upper left corner of your mat. So an elevated version of the stretch you just did, stretching out the inner thighs, the inner hip. So relax your head down. Slow breaths here. Keep crawling your hands over to the left. Straighten out both of your legs, and you're going to turn your right toes forward, end up in a wide-legged forward fold. Letting your head drop down here. Just letting yourself relax as best you can. Feel free to bend your knees, relax the upper body, shake your head out. Just letting yourself surrender. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, you're going to crawl your hands over to your right foot, turn back to face forward, back in a low lunge to the top of your mat, and then we'll step it back, downward facing dog. Nice. All right, crew. Let's switch sides. We'll take our left leg up here, three-legged dog. Try to get it straight, point or flex the foot, maybe lift up higher, feel that full body work. And we step forward to our warrior two. Left foot between the hands, right heel pivots down, and then windmill your arms up to stand. I usually like to get a little bit deeper just by crawling the feet further apart and work your way into it. And then we're looking over our left fingertips. Nice. Reverse it, left arm up and back. Breathing through the left ribs, maybe bend deeper through the left knee. And then take it up and over, extended side angle, left forearm to your thigh, right arm reaching up and overhead. Again, if you want even more, you can always take your left hand down to the earth or hover. Try to feel your legs more here as your support. Push down through both feet. And then rise back up. Find that warrior two. Hands come down to the ground. You're in your warrior dog. So upper body is more like a down dog, and your lower body is kind of like your warrior two. Or rather, it still is exactly like your warrior two. So your legs haven't changed. And remember, you can move your arms, hands over towards the right or to the left. All of that will just change where exactly in your leg you're stretching. So play around with it, find a good sweet spot, and then try to soften. Where can you relax here? Especially if you feel an intense stretch, can you breathe? And then we'll straighten out that left leg. Keep crawling your hands over to the right. Turn both feet forward, hinging at the hips. We're in our wide-legged forward fold. Again, letting the upper body relax. That was like a little movement through the head. What's wonderful about being upside down is we have gravity here to help with some traction naturally. So it's lengthening out the space between our vertebrae. And that helps you free up some movement sometimes in the neck or in the spine, wherever you feel extra stiff or compressed. All right, and let's crawl your hands over towards the left leg. Turn to face forward, and then we'll step it back when you're ready. Find your downward facing dog. All right, good job, crew. Let's lift our right leg up again, find that three-legged dog. And then we step it forward right away, coming up to your warrior two. Lift it up. Moving a little faster, reverse that warrior, right arm up and back. Good, take it up and over. Extended side angle, right forearm to your thigh, left arm reaching up overhead. Again, if you want to go deeper, maybe right hand to the ground, maybe you're floating at this time. And then rise all the way back up, coming into your warrior two, looking forward. You're going to step your left foot up to meet your right. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Okay, inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold, and we're going to step back for pyramid pose. So now your left foot will step back about 2 feet or so, maybe 3. Your left foot will be pointed slightly out to the left. And then let yourself fold forward over your right leg. So with pyramid, our main objective is to stretch the right hamstrings, the back of this right leg. So it's an intense stretch. Your legs do not have to be straight. As you can tell, mine aren't. If you can go straight, then awesome. If you want a little bit extra help, you can always take your hands onto blocks or water bottles or something to help give you a little extra lift in space. It also helps to bend your knees a lot here. Yeah, you don't have to force anything. Let your head relax. You're breathing into the stretch of the right leg. And slowly step that left foot up to meet your right. Take a beat. Go ahead, and then when you're ready, hands down to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. Okay, switching sides here. Let's lift our left leg up, three-legged dog. Try to get it straight, pointer flex your foot. And then we look forward. We're going to step our left foot through between the hands. Warrior two, right foot comes down flat. Nice and easy. Windmill your arms up, making sure you feel solid here. And then reverse it, left arm up and back. Going into extended side angle, take it the other way, left forearm down, right arm up overhead. And again, maybe that left hand comes down to the earth. Maybe you're floating it. Maybe you're using a block. Exploring lots of different options here. Then lift it back up, come back to your warrior two. We're going to find our flow. We inhale, legs straighten, arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, drop it down. Good, take that two more times. Big lift. Exhale. Good, one more time. Can you stretch more? Letting it go. Then looking forward, step your right foot up to meet your left. Come on back up, top of your mat. We'll inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, take your forward fold with a flat back dive down. Inhale to a halfway lift. As you exhale, we'll set up for our pyramid, folding down. Step your right foot back, again, just a couple of feet. That's there as your anchor. You turn your feet out to give you more stability. So left toes are pointing straight ahead. Your right foot is at an angle to be an anchor here. And then square your hips forward and let yourself fold over that left leg. Remember to bend your knees as much as you need. Let your head relax. You're going for a stretch, but you're not going for torture, right? We want to feel some sensation. But the most important thing is to train your body to be okay and to be comfortable, even when it's uncomfortable. So, recognizing that you're at your edge, maybe back off a little bit. Notice how you can soften. How can you tell your body it's okay to be here, just stretching, or being gentle? Let your head drop down, surrendering to this fold. Just a couple more breaths here. You got it. Looking forward, step your right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold. One last time, inhale, find a flat back. And we'll exhale, hands down, step back to your downward facing dog. Nice job, crew. When you're ready, shifting forward, you can find plank pose for a moment if you want to hold that. Taking a nice deep breath in here. We're going to make our way down to child's pose. So whenever you're ready, feel free to stay in your plank if you wish. Otherwise, knees down, toes together. We're going to press our arms forward, resting your hips back to your heels. Take a moment and rest your forehead down. Let your whole body surrender here. And if for any reason it's not comfortable to be in child's pose, you can always sit up. You can always find another position that works for you. And as you surrender here, try to relax your shoulders, your forehead, your jaw, letting it all go. We're going to take a really simple twist here. You're just going to lift up, right arm weaves underneath your left, and you'll turn your right ear down, coming into a simple thread the needle. Yeah, and you can either keep reaching the left arm forward with your elbow lifted, or you can let your elbow drop down to the ground. Yeah. Switching it out, right arm forward, left arm weaves underneath, turn your left ear down, let your hips relax, your head, your shoulders. And then coming back through center one more time, both arms reach forward. And then, friends, you can stay there as long as you want. When you're ready, we're going to make our way back up to a tabletop position. Once again, just taking a few rounds of those cat and cows, noticing how your body's feeling. And then we're going to try one last short and sweet round of some standing work, and then we'll slow things down even more, okay? So whenever you're ready, curling your toes under, lift your hips up and back, taking that downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to lift our right leg up and back. Find your three-legged dog here. Nice big reach through the foot. And then step your right foot forward. We're going to come up to warrior one. Your left foot, once again, will come down, kind of like your pyramid pose, to a 45-degree angle. Take a moment to find your stance here. Hips are square forward. Arms reach up overhead. Nice. Okay, from here, we're going to reach our arms out to the side. Let's try those eagle arms. You're going to reach right arm on top of the left. Maybe you just reach through, give yourself a hug onto your shoulders. That's feeling good. Stay there, or you can try interlacing your hands, coming up into full eagle arms with your palms touching. Now, wherever you're at, we're going to take an inhale, tilt back, maybe your heart lifts up. As you exhale, humble warrior, trying to keep your arms just like this. Let yourself bow down. Good. Take a breath in. Use your right foot, push down through your heel to rise back up. Use your core. Good. One more time. Lean it back. And then exhale, release your arms, open yourself up to your warrior two. Nice. Stretching the arms out here. Reverse it one last time. Right arm reaches up and back. Exhale. Extended side angle just for a moment. Beautiful. Lift it back up. And then from here, hands are going to come all the way down. Frame that right foot. And then you have two options, friends. First option, you just step that left foot in for your pyramid pose one more time. Second option, you can try lifting your left leg up into a standing split. Let your head relax down, breathing through both legs. Just here for a moment. Let your head drop. You got it. Deep breath in. And then exhale, both feet together at the top of your mat, forward fold. Well done. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, last time here. Left leg lifts, reach through your toes. As you look forward, left foot lands between your hands. And we'll come to our warrior one. So right foot about 45 degrees. Our feet are still hips distance apart. You're bending your left knee and you're rising up. Yeah, really root down through both feet. We'll find out our eagle arms first. So arms out to the side. Left arm on top of the right this time. Maybe you give yourself a hug. That feels good. You can stay right there. Or find the full wrap. Well, inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, fold. Coming into humble warrior. Really root down through both feet. Take a deep breath in. You got it. Exhale, lift it back up. Open your arms out. Let's find our warrior two. Step your right foot back a little bit further, looking out over our left fingertips. Last time, reverse it, left arm up and back. And take it the other way, extended side angle. And then rise back up, find that warrior two. Okay, from here, hands come down, frame that foot. You're either stepping up for your pyramid pose, or you're gonna lift that right leg all the way up as high as you can. We want a nice generous bend of that left knee. Don't worry about the height of the right leg. Focus on the power, the balance through the left leg. You're coming to maybe fingertips or just lighter through your hands. Good, wherever you're at, see if you can lengthen even more. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, Uttanasana or forward fold both feet down. For the very last time, friends, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth, lower one knee down, and then the other, come to a quick child's pose. Arms stretching forward. Letting your whole body soften here, fully surrendering. Your forehead relaxes, your shoulders, your jaw. And then to get a little bit more into your shoulders, we're going to come to lie all the way down onto your stomachs here. So nice and gentle, lower yourselves down, resting here. And you're going to take your right arm. You can either have it straight out to the right, so keeping your arm straight, or you can have it bent 90 degrees, which is what I usually do. So little cactus arm here. Right arm is down. You're looking over to your left. You're going to use your left hand here to help you slowly roll over towards that stretch of the right arm. And your left foot can gently tap back behind you as an anchor. Exactly. If that's too much, you can also just keep your legs stacked or have your knee out in front of you. You don't have to get too deep into this, but you should feel the stretch now, hopefully through the front of that right shoulder and your chest. Soften into it. Take a deep breath. Nice. Let's roll it back through center. Nice and easy. And slide that right arm back behind you. Take a moment. Notice how that feels. Okay. Let's do the other side. So we'll bend our left arm either to a cactus, or you could have it straight out. Straight out tends to be just slightly more intense. I like it bent. We're going to turn our head over to the right. Right hand is going to help you slowly roll over so that your left ear is down. The right foot can come back behind you as an anchor. This is called scorpion pose. But if that's too much to have your right foot down, you can also stack your feet. You can have your knee out in front. Find whatever feels natural. It's all about really the stretch of the left shoulder. So nice deep breath here. Breathing into the left chest. The pec muscle especially gets a good stretch here. And then again, we'll slowly roll it back through center. I'm going to have you make a stack of your hands here, a little pillow for yourself, elbows out to the side. Rest your head down onto your hands and start to windshield wiper your feet. Take them side to side. It's a really nice release for the low back. And then maybe draw some circles. So we stretched a lot through the shoulders today, the front and the backs. Also stretched out your legs a lot, the inner thighs, the hamstrings. And now it's your time to slow down. We get to rest. So when you're ready, we'll extend the legs back behind us. And really, there's two options. You can come all the way up and then roll onto your back. Or you can just slide yourself over here onto your back right where you are. So get onto your back however feels comfortable. The easiest way is just to roll yourself over. So adjust yourself however feels good. We're going to be on our backs from here on out. And first, starting with a figure four stretch, right foot crosses over the left knee. You might stay there or thread your arms through. We'll bring this whole shape in. Or a glute stretch and stretch through the hips. So try to relax your head, your hip bones. You might want to find a rock side to side here. Lean it over to the right and left. Breathing and holding space for yourself. Our bodies hold on to so much tension. When we're feeling emotionally overwhelmed or stressed or just going through a hard time, the body definitely feels all of that, holds on to it. It can really be a map to guide us to where we're holding on to pain and to help encourage ourselves to heal both physically and mentally and emotionally. Remembering everything is connected. So, right now, notice where you're tensing up. Try to soften there, welcoming in grace. Switch out our legs. We'll set that right foot down and flexing the left foot. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. We'll thread the arms through, flexing the left foot. Maybe find that gentle rock side to side. Again, softening the shoulders, forehead, jaw, letting it all go. Let's take this into happy baby pose. Bending your knees, you're going to bring your hands up for your feet. You can either grab onto the pinky toe side edges of the feet, or if this is feeling just way too crunchy, feel free to grab down lower. You can grab right behind your knees onto the backs of your thighs, and that way you can get the same benefits without having to crunch your shoulders and your back. And I like to, as you can see, go side to side, straighten one leg out and then the other. In most poses, it's fun to explore the movement. Notice how your body feels. Again, where are you tensing that you don't need to? Where can you soften right now? One last time, bring your knees into your chest and start to draw a circle with your knees. You're going to roll them around like you're stirring a pot of stew, tracing your sacrum here, letting your pelvis relax. And take it the other direction, up and around. I know what made me first fall in love with yoga is definitely its healing powers. So, embracing a sense of healing, we're going to head into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. So, letting your legs relax down to the ground. You can always have your knees bent, or if it feels good for you, we're going to slide the legs all the way straight. And then maybe walk your shoulder blades underneath you, opening up more through your chest. And then flip your palms up to the sky to receive some good energy, some blessings from the universe today. And then allowing your eyes to close, let your whole body feel heavy, feeling all of this good work that you just did, a full body stretch, some movement, even some work, the standing splits, the warriors. So feeling proud of yourself for all you've done. And now your time is just to rest. Nothing else to do. So we'll be here for just a few minutes. I'll let you know when it's time to get up. For now, let yourself enjoy this rest. Start to deepen your breathing here. And if you have more time and you want to stay in your Shavasana, you're absolutely welcome to. If you're ready to greet the rest of your day, let's add some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe circle your wrists and ankles. Or you can take another good morning stretch, lengthening your whole body. Right now, start to invite in the mantra, it's going to be a great day. With that conviction, we're going to start to make our way up to sit. So you can gently roll over to one side, pausing for a moment to thank the earth beneath us, praying for it, especially here in California with all the fires. Then we're going to start to make our way up to sit. Any comfortable seated position to finish class just like we started. So one last time, let's close our eyes and bring our hands together, heart center. With gratitude for this practice, for the chance to slow down, to feel into your body with slow, gentle, intentional movement. Remembering how much power you have to change how you feel and to make a positive impact on yourself and the world. And thinking back to the intention that you said at the start of class, remember how you'd like to feel today. Let's take one final really big inhale in through your nose, breathing in as much as you can. Try to hold it at the top and see if you can fill up with even more air. Take an open mouth exhale, open, let it go. Welcoming in that release. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thank you.